Historic hostage release marks turning point amid ceasefire in Gaza. In a dramatic and emotional development, all 20 living Israeli hostages held by Hamas in Gaza for over 2 years were released on October 13, 2025, as part of a freshly brokered ceasefire agreement. More than 1,900 Palestinian prisoners were also freed under the deal. The exchanges, long sought by families and governments alike, may herald a fragile pivot in the broader conflict. The releases unfolded early Monday morning as Hamas transferred hostages to the Red Cross. In Tel Aviv's Hostages Square, thousands gathered to watch live footage of the returning captives, some meeting their families for the first time in 738 days. Tears, cheers, embraces, and prayers filled the plaza as this chapter in the conflict's human toll reached a long-awaited crescendo. The hostage release comes under a wider, U.S.-mediated ceasefire deal, which also includes Israel freeing several thousand Palestinian detainees and a promise from Hamas to hand over the bodies of 28 deceased Israeli captives. This is being called Phase 1 of a broader, 20-point peace framework. The agreement envisions a gradual Israeli pullback from Gaza, humanitarian access to besieged areas, and the staging of further negotiations over governance, disarmament, and the future of Gaza. But as hostages came home, tensions remained. Hamas deployed fighters in Gaza, including units tied to guarding hostages, a symbolic show of strength meant to underscore that Hamas still retains operational control. Reuters analysts see this as part of the delicate balance of asserting leverage even in peace talks. While Monday's developments are undeniably historic, major challenges lie ahead. The ceasefire is fragile, and trust between the parties is low. Will both sides adhere to their commitments? One central question is Hamas's disarmament. Under the agreement, Hamas is expected to relinquish control and weapons, a demand likely to generate fierce pushback. Another issue is governance of Gaza. Who will lead the territory moving forward? Will an interim or internationally supervised body manage reconstruction and civil affairs? The peace framework hints at forms of transition, but much remains unstructured. And then there's the matter of the bodies of deceased hostages. Although Hamas agreed to hand over 28 remains, the timeline and process are not yet clear, adding an extra layer of emotional urgency to negotiations. For many families, the joy of reunion is mixed with grief over those who did not survive captivity. The horrors of the war, the destruction in Gaza, mass displacement, and thousands of casualties cast long shadows. Still, the return of the hostages offers a moment of relief and hope. Israeli leaders have welcomed the moment as a national breakthrough, while international actors view it as a fragile opening for diplomacy. The wars may not be over, but for now, a painful chapter has ended. All eyes now turn to whether the ceasefire can be sustained and whether peace will emerge from the ruins.